Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another installment of We the Boys. And this is episode 4, a special episode because we're seeing loads of theories flying out all over the internet about what happened between The Rock and Cody Rhodes. But before all of that, with me is Alanis and myself, Anthony.
I'm Alan, and you have to emphasize the US in the back because acknowledge us.
Oh, so how am I supposed to say it? Alan, us.
Alan, us. Okay, so this is what transpired in the Raw after Mania, and
Right. Wait, before that,
specifically the first promo. Come,
but before that, right? Before we go on to this gold part of the episode of Raw, I must say we're not going to cover Raw today as we agreed. We're going to speak on it in the weekend. Together we can cover NXT and SmackDown. Raw wasn't necessarily my piece of cake this week. I think you mentioned the same also. Nevertheless, this particular segment has gotten people like talking. The internet's on fire. Reddit's going crazy. People are theorizing like random stuff. And so we thought today it'll be nice for us to just recap and cover some of these theories, which are really funny one, and two, some really do make sense. And I buy into one of it wholeheartedly. And I must also say this: we must remember, Alan, that the WWE production team, or rather Rock's writing team, they have time on their line, time on their side. So meaning to say, nothing will be set in stone. Just like how they called an audible between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns for this WrestleMania, because we all know it was supposed to be The Rock and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and they called an audible in. They might do that if they follow and they see people's theories are doing much better. They might follow that line, because till today, whatever theories that all of us had, it didn't really come into fruition. Besides the fact that Cody Rhodes lost the title, won the title, sorry, at WrestleMania. Other than that, none of the theories that we said, like The Rock is going to turn on him, nothing has happened so far.
yes.
You see? So yeah, and plus it's going to be away for a few months. So some more, they have a lot more time to like sieve through all of this stuff. So anyway, yeah, before I keep rambling on about the intro, let's go into the theories that we listed down.
Correct. And before we jump into the theory, also maybe a bit just of a forward to the context of this theory. So it was the first segment for the Raw after Mania, in which Hunter Paul Levesque make his entrance, introduce Cody Rhodes, and after that the final boss make his entrance. So both of them have their own segment, and in crux, The Rock handed something to Cody Rhodes, and with a small remark saying that "do not break my heart." Again, emphasis on the context, Anthony, again. So the internet has been on wildfire speculating what is this item that The Rock has passed to Cody Rhodes. So in the practical standpoint, it is of the size of the hand, because he just passed it in through a handshake. And he even indicated to Cody Rhodes that what it is, without even Cody Rhodes checking it or opening it in his hand. And also another final one, the item is small enough for that Cody Rhodes can insert it to his pocket. So these are the housekeeping rules we need to establish first before we go through what is the exact item.
Okay. The camera works were also very smart in the way they did this, because he just put his hand in the pocket, The Rock, slid it out of his pocket. The camera never zoomed on his hands. Went to Cody Rhodes, passed it on a handshake. Cody Rhodes put it in his pocket. And he looked really livid, Cody Rhodes.
And there was not even any fan recording or picture to show what was it, because at times the live attendance, the fans are sharp enough to be able to zoom and identify. But in this moment, as of now, there was no clear recording or indication what the item is. So I think it sparks more interest on this thing.
Yeah, and one cannot even say that there was nothing, because there was a bulge on his right leg in his pocket. And when he passed it to Cody, The Rock passed it to Cody. There was another, the same bulge was in on Cody's leg also. So there was something there.
Yes, and also one final one. They exchanged title with the Rock was there with the People's Champion, People's title. That was bestowed to him by the late Muhammad Ali's widow, Lorne. So they had a rather awkward segment. Once again, I will keep it for the review. The exchange title, and The Rock indicated that the story with Roman Reigns has ended, but their story, The Rock and Cody Rhodes, has just begun. So this item, given the theory that we are going to throw throughout our analysis, has to be on the context that between the story of The Rock and Cody Rhodes. So just another housekeeping. So do we want to kickstart?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it. All right. So let's go through some of the zany ones. Of course, as usual, there'll be the zany ones. So as we have spoken before, LA Knight's match with AJ Styles was sponsored by
Slim Jim. Proudly sponsored, by Slim Jim.
And if you watched WrestleMania also, when LA Knight comes down, he passes the key to the winner of the sweepstakes or something like that to a car, right? So in that line, there's one theory saying that The Rock passed Cody Rhodes the Slim Jim car key.
But why, Anthony? On what world is the story of The Rock and Cody Rhodes connected to Slim Jim? Are they fighting for the bragging rights to get that sponsorship? Or is because Slim Jim is the main sponsor of, all those PLE?
Maybe their eventual matchup between Cody Rhodes and The Rock is going to be sponsored by Slim Jim.
Maybe perhaps a custody of the Slim Jim car key on a ladder match. Throwback to one of the greatest match in SummerSlam history. Or custody for a specific person in a ladder match. So car key, but it makes perfect sense because a car key can be held with the clench of your fist, and it also can be inserted to your pocket. It's within the realm of possibility, so don't discount that fact. Okay, Slim Jim car, the bragging rights of a WWE superstar.
Okay, so the next theory is, how The Rock rambles on about, not rambles on, it's a very inspiring story. It inspired me also. How he started off his new turn in life when he had $7 in his pocket, and now he has a $7 production, and he's doing so well. He's one of the leading men right now in the world. So they're saying The Rock gave Cody Rhodes $7, or rather, he's lost $7 in his pocket.
Perhaps, that is an interesting theory, because once again, you have to remember the context. Do not break my heart again. So maybe through the hardship that The Rock has went through, so he's giving $7 to Cody to set up, for a very emotional, promo in the future, leading to whatever PLE that they are going to face off against each other. But I have to ask you, Anthony, if the $7 is given to Cody Rhodes, is it given together with interest? Shall Cody Rhodes return it to The Rock with interest?
No. First things first, therein where the problem lies, because you see, The Rock says, when I pass you this, you don't even have to open your eyes, you'll know what it is.
Yes.
How are we supposed to know? Like, it's what? Paper money, what? How are we supposed to know? No, I bet he would have hey, what's this?
And Cody Rhodes have never made any mention about money and currency specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the next one is, if you know, The Rock recently launched his own brand of men's grooming kit. Right?
What's the name?
I don't know. It's some. It's a very nice name. Do you want to do a quick Google?
We can just move on. Come on.
Yeah, right. So that's apparently The Rock gave him a sample of his facial cleanser.
Okay, but Anthony, I need to point out, because I've made my research. I can't recall the name of that product, but it's specifically shampoo for bald men. So, in the context, I don't think Cody Rhodes is in dire need necessary for any men's care. He's properly exfoliated. Okay, my champ is properly exfoliated. Leave the man alone.
Okay, so the next theory is The Rock passed Cody the keys to the SmackDown hotel.
Okay, interesting. throughout that segment, when they were exchanging title,
Hmm.
the Raw After Mania crowd is known to be rowdy, and they
Yep.
chanted, "This is awkward." We can't deny there is a certain sexual tension that arose throughout that segment. So people naturally indicated that it was keys to the hotel, not just any hotel, not just the Rock's room, but the SmackDown hotel. Okay, but Anthony, once again, geographically, where is the SmackDown hotel located?
Wherever The Rock wants it to be.
Spicy.
I don't know. I think in the early 2000s, there was an advert made by then WWF of The Rock going through the SmackDown hotel, and you can see people like bashing each other. Was that the Titan Towers? Was it the Titan Towers at that point? I don't know, but I remember there was an advert, SmackDown hotel. Okay, so
Yes.
the last zany one that I could find
Yes.
was The Rock said, "Don't break my heart again," and passed to Cody Rhodes his Tamagotchi to take care of it for the next few months while it's off,
Wait,
he's off
Tamagotchi?
filming. Yeah.
Are we talking like those, those handheld gaming device that we brought the
The virtual
Pokemon,
pet, yeah.
those Pokemon, those Digimon Tamagotchi?
Yeah, The Rock's Tamagotchi.
Ooh. Perhaps it's it's a prelude to a sponsor by those Japanese company Tamagotchi.
Maybe.
That would be interesting,
It makes sense. What he's going to be away. He's going to be a very busy man. Cody
Yep.
Rhodes is going to have some downtime because it's
Yep.
it's lonely at the top. So yeah, Tamagotchi lah, keep you.
And somehow, I think might be a perfect opportunity because the news broke that Cody Rhodes broke the record for most merch sale throughout WrestleMania weekend, over $1 million in sales. So I mean, Tamagotchi wouldn't be far-fetched, that they can easily make Tamagotchi relevant again and skyrocket the sales when it's revealed to be a Tamagotchi.
I have a hot take on this. I genuinely feel Cody Rhodes's merch, they're all really merch that I would not buy because I don't like the designs. It's very cheesy. I just don't like it.
I resonate the same. But I mean, once again, it's the allure of gimmick, how John Cena growing up, even how bad the design is or mediocre, people would subscribe because they just want to hop in, to have the latest merch by Cody Rhodes. That's why you can have the weirdest things. You have a Cody Rhodes merch, mug. You even can have a Christmas ornament. People buy it.
Yeah, I really liked on the note of merch also. I really like how Roman Reigns' merch has always been done, or The Rock's merch, like the recent ones, like the bad guys one. You see, like this, it's so simple, but it makes so much of sense. The NWO one.
Yes, correct.
I
Yes,
feel Cody Rhodes one is jumbled up, just like John Cena back then.
correct.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So
Okay,
now we've moved on
get
from
that out of the way. Those the silly theories. Maybe we can focus on the more more established theory that is probable.
Yeah. Okay. So now, I have previously mentioned this. If you remember, during the media, it's not a media scrum, but then just before it was officially announced that Cody Rhodes is going to go against Roman Reigns, that same day, that there was a media event, I believe, in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
So The Rock came up with a massive presentation of the bloodline tree, right? And on that bloodline tree, it was written, The Rock is High Chief Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because he truly is in real life, in his whole family, he has been given the title High Chief, right? So essentially what you see in what the tribal chiefs responsibilities are, to elevate the family, to sacrifice for the family and all that. That's exactly what a high chief has to do. I think Wrestle Talk has done a very good video to explain it. I hope we can put the link down because that's a very good and informative video.
Yes.
Yeah. So on that note, right, when when Roman Reigns lost to what's his name? To Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
He was wearing that thing called the Ulafala necklace, the all the chili stuff, right? That's only worn by the leaders of the family, the tribe leaders, right? So if you notice, on the day when he was bestowed this necklace, his father and the father's brother or cousin, the Wild Samoans, right? The Wild Samoans bestowed it upon him. They were wearing the same necklace also. Okay, so this is the very interesting theory that I saw.
Okay,
Let me read it. When Rock gave Cody the thing that was never revealed, I am positive that this was the bead from Roman's Ulafala necklace. 4 points to make you think. One, Rock said, you don't have to open your hand to know what this is, implying that this was something in very uniquely shaped. Yeah? And two, Rock said, don't you ever break my heart again, implying that whatever it was, it hurt Rock to give it away. 3, the match was under bloodline rules, meaning if you stretch kayfabe a little bit, then technically Cody could be considered the tribal chief now. The overall somberness of the handoff and respect displayed by The Rock, it clearly upset him in kayfabe, but he still treated Cody as an equal, even letting him hold the People's Championship. This was posted by, I can't tell you the name, but sorry, it was a subreddit of Squad Circle. It is on Reddit, right? And then there was another second part to this theory, which is very interesting, by the way. This guy called Cold Front 3 says, Cody doesn't want power, but it is his regardless. He resists using the bloodline as goons, the way Roman did. Maybe he even uses them as a force for good until he starts to justify bending a rule here and there. It's all for the greater good in Cody's mind, but eventually he becomes a little quicker on the trigger. The justifications to himself becomes easier until he doesn't need any justification anymore. Jay tries to reason with him. This is like a storyline they're trying to explain, right? Jay tries to reason with him. It doesn't go well. Jimmy eventually crosses Cody to help his brother. And that goes even worse. Jimmy explains again that this is why he stopped Jay from beating Roman. What Cody has become is what he was afraid Jay would become, given the power of the tribal chief. I am the American nightmare. I can do whatever I want to. That's what Cody says to Jimmy. Cody going full Homelander coincides with Roman returning as a face to take the power back and disband the bloodline once and for all in order to save the company, his family, and to save Cody from himself. You once told me a harsh truth about my ancestors. I didn't want to hear it, but I needed to hear it. So now, let me be the one to tell you the harsh truth. If Dusty were here, he'd be ashamed of you.
Oh,
that's strong. That's a strong storyline.
That's a very beautiful storytelling, I must tell you, Anthony,
Yeah.
So, wow, after listening to this theory, that's beautiful. The redemption arc of the tribal chief. And also it expand the lore and storyline of this bloodline as a whole. Because now that Cody Rhodes has finished the story, he has nothing to lose. So we can ban the universe to make him heal, as per the internet wrestling community wanted him to be the Homelander gimmick.
Yeah.
And I think that will rejuvenate everyone's career in the same that is involved. Not only Cody Rhodes, even Jimmy, Jay, and the tribal chief, and even the final boss through SummerSlam. So I think that is a very good storytelling within the realms of possibility. But housekeeping, why one certain piece or bit of the Ulafala and not the whole Ulafala as a whole? I mean, just for nitpicking.
Well, if you give the entire Ulafala as a whole, it would not fit in the pocket. Everybody would see what it is. So in terms of to make drama and stuff, right? Just one piece would do to show that you are now the tribal chief. To me personally, I think this story is a very full-fledged story, and I feel we will get a version of this. Somehow we will get a version of it, because I do not see how this much of power given to Cody as a babyface will not get to his head, as a storyline at least.
Correct.
But I don't see it happening soon.
Once again, we have to bear in mind that this item has a significance to the bloodline. It's just not some random items. So there's a very high probable possibility that it is part of the Ulafala.
Yeah. I also like how this gives Jimmy a three-dimensional character. It makes him the good guy now. You know, it's good, but I don't see how The Rock figures into this now.
Yes,
that's the problem.
We give it time. Once again, WWE is known to take ad lib. They will see, they will read the room, see how the crowd reacts, and from there, plans might be changed.
Yeah. All right. So I think we can move on to the next one, which you seem to be super excited about. So I'll pass the floor to you. Go on, my friend.
So throughout the press conference, and even I think it was during the Packer McAfee show in the WWE world, when the Seth Rollins was interviewed, and even Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes made known that okay, this is specifically okay. Let me correct myself. It was specifically during the interview in MMA Hour between Cody Rhodes and Ariel Helwani. It was, I think, few days before SmackDown, the WrestleMania weekend, and Ariel Helwani spotted Cody Rhodes wearing a Rolex, and Cody Rhodes informed that this is a special Rolex that was made specifically for WrestleMania 40 weekend, in which certain individuals have this watch, one of them being Seth Rollins. And then when we fast forward, I think it was during the Hall of Fame induction of the Wise Man, Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns was the one who was inducted in the Wise Man. And it is clear that Roman Reigns was wearing the same watch, that WrestleMania 40 Rolex that was done by Cody Rhodes. So one of the more probable theory is that through the final boss, the tribal chief has passed the Rolex, and the Rock passed this WrestleMania 40 Rolex to Cody Rhodes. But we also need to keep in mind, do not mix up, okay, that Cody Rhodes was given another Rolex after he won, and that was in the press conference of night 2. That was the Rolex that Dusty Rhodes pawned off. So I'm talking about a different Rolex. So here I'm talking about the WrestleMania 40 Rolex, which is silver color. The one that Cody Rhodes was given back was gold color. Okay. So the probable theory is that The Rock passed this Rolex to Cody Rhodes as a way to say that we, the bloodline, do not accept this gift, and you better take it back. You have broke our heart by defeating defeating our tribal chief, and we give you back, and this serves as a reminder to never cross the bloodline again. Hence the Rock with the indication, do not break my heart again. Because if you come for the family of the Rock and Roman Reigns, you broke everyone's heart. So it's a stern reminder, hey, I'm giving you back. I do not want this gift, and do not break my heart again. So that's my take. But once again, this thing is it's not documented. I mean, because it's all off program. The mentioning of the Rolex was done in the MMA Hour, which is not the WWE scheduled program. So once again, people are just nitpicking, from all the outside source. What's your take?
This one, we've seen the pictures of this Rolex, which is, I think it has a black or gray dial, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. One is a beautiful watch, and two, I think it makes a lot of sense also. However, comparing this to the other storylines, I feel like, and considering what the Rock's writers have done so far with this entire storyline, I still feel it's leaning towards what my theory that I'm going to speak on after this is. But then again, yours makes a lot of sense also,
And also, the size of a Rolex totally fits in the pocket.
Exactly. So, exactly. And these guys are like huge human beings, so it does fit. Also, just to go on a little bit more of what you were saying, there were two Rolexes. One is this one where The Rock, Rollins, Cody, and Roman has, and probably I think the Wise Man has it also. And the other one is a gold Rolex, which Dusty Rhodes had pawned to send Cody Rhodes to acting school. Yes. And apparently this was done something very nice. This was actually like very, very nice by Paul Levesque and Nick Khan. They had chased after this watch, and they found it, and they bought it, and they gave him back the exact same watch the night he won the WWE Championship, which was very classy if you ask me. Yeah, two different watches.
Yes.
Okay, so now coming to my favorite theory. This was posted by someone whose name is Eminemity. This one I back up wholly. Right. Points to take note of. The Rock says at least 2 to 3 times before he starts speaking, no fireworks. Fireworks. No fireworks. And then he says, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, what the final boss is cooking, in a very somber note, right? So this is the theory. Before WrestleMania, I think one day before WrestleMania Night 1, out of nowhere, Cody tweets something along the lines of, I want you to hear it from me first. Yes, my bus caught on fire. Nothing was spoiled. Everyone was safe. Everything's okay.
Okay, but let me add that to that, Anthony. Before that tweet, tweeted a very cryptic tweet first. He thanked the Philadelphia Fire Rescue Department. So everyone was speculating, and only that tweet that you mentioned.
Yeah. So did we see pictures of it? Was there pictures
No,
online?
there was no pictures.
No pictures, nothing. Nothing was posted online, right? And so one day before WrestleMania Night 1, Cody's bus gets caught on fire. No news of it, nothing is spoken. Everybody's so happy. Cody's on a high, right? Then The Rock said, "Don't you ever break my heart again." Again. What does he mean by this? The first time, my suspicion is when Cody broke The Rock's heart is when Cody went against his words that he agreed with Rock and decided to change the entire main event, which broke.
Steal The Rock's spotlight.
Yes, because The Rock and him had a gentleman's agreement, which is what he said in his promo, Cody, right? So I think this is what he means by "don't break my heart again." The gift was small enough to fit in his closed fists. And he also said, "You'll know what it is even without looking." I think it was a lighter.
Ooh. Is lighter? Okay, on what context, Anthony? Enlighten me.
The Rock, this final boss character, as you know and you've watched, has no limits. He is like a freight train. He's just darting at you like crazy. Like I said, knows no limits. What can we say against the fact that there is a high possibility that this Rock, final boss, had went and lit Cody's bus on fire, and Cody doesn't know where the fire came from, what happened, right? And now it comes full circle, and that's why he looks so pissed. Cody looks pissed.
Hold on, my boy. Are you indicating The Rock has committed arson in this beautiful city of Philadelphia?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, words.
That's a warning shot.
Okay, but I resonate once again because you have to see, all this, assuming the Cody Rhodes tour bus was caught on fire, all these things are usually reported in social media through a proper news channel and not just a wrestling channel.
Yeah.
There has to be a media coverage by like Forbes or Daily News, CNN or Fox, indicating that a bus of a professional wrestler caught on fire. When did it happen? The incident time and the response time. So all that leads to me believing that fire was the kayfabe. So in kayfabe terms, it's a part of storytelling. It did not happen for real. Exactly. And there was no eyewitness, no pictures of the bus getting caught on fire.
You must also realize the fact that this happened at a time where the entire world was at Philly. News coverage was like WWE had 24/7 news coverage.
Correct.
Don't tell me not one person could get a picture. Not one person could say, "Yeah, I was there. This happened." Come on, or rather, he thanked the Philly fire department, right? Don't tell me he wouldn't have taken a picture with them. They would usually take pictures and post, "Thank you so much," right?
Correct, yes.
Nothing happened.
So I think it built more tension towards the rivalry in which Cody Rhodes, eventually will say, "How dare you, Rock? You crossed the line, you caused harm to my family. My daughter is in the bus, my dog, my mom." And I think that will resonate, push Cody Rhodes, make it more intense. It's a baby face against a super heel.
Yeah.
But we have to see the follow-up in which how Cody Rhodes will respond. If he would to be in a more peace attitude, that means it's a clear indication it is a lighter. But if he's lighthearted and he's able to move on, I think it won't be a lighter.
Yeah, and I feel like Cody might lose the belt sooner than we think, because you see, what The Rock has proven so far is whatever he says always has double entendre. He said, whether you're a champion or whether you're not a champion, I'm coming for you. Right?
Yes.
Why would he say that? I believe the whole idea here is to prove that the Roman Reigns was a better tribal chief, was a better champion because he could keep a level head. Cody Rhodes is not used to this. He doesn't know what to do. If they get under his skin enough, he's going to lose track of whatever he's worked for, and he's going to lose it, you know?
Correct.
And I also see somewhere down the line that this is setting the path for the return of Roman Reigns. If you realize, Roman Reigns had just posted a video on Instagram saying that, yesterday we mourned, today day one. So he's working back to come back,
Yes.
I believe you'll see him in a very unexpected situation, but I don't know when he returns. Would it be in the middle of The Rock versus Cody Rhodes' match, where he's going after The Rock, which builds then for a WrestleMania showdown between the two of them, or rather, The Rock is still setting the path for Roman Reigns to return?
Correct.
I don't.
And just on this logistic parts which we need to break down. So The Rock is riding on the sunset, which is already mentioned because he has a new movie to shoot. And based on the speculation of the schedule, he will be available by August, which is just in time for SummerSlam. And if I'm not mistaken, even Roman Reigns was advertised for the SmackDown before this SummerSlam. So maybe that something will take place in SummerSlam, and SummerSlam is now also known to always have an element of surprise. The previous ones, we have the debut of Damage Control and a lot more going on. So this is one aspect, but I also resonate with you, Anthony, in the sense that Cody Rhodes has nothing to lose. He has already finished his story. Of course, deep down inside, we do not want him to be a transitional champion, with all due respect. He has to be the face of the company. But I feel that this we are in for a long ride once again. Another long storytelling. The whole Bloodline saga has spanned for 4 years. If we want to take into account the return of the Roman Reigns, which kickstart the whole Tribal Chief era, it was during Payback 2020. So I think they should take their sweet time for the storytelling, and stretch this entire story through WrestleMania 41, 42, 43, and 44, and let it culminate in another main event which can top the end game feeling of WrestleMania 40, and we start again. So I think from here in after, there needs to be an arc, a season. Like how if you watch anime, anime usually has a chapter, an arc, a certain arc. So we have finished the Bloodline arc of the Tribal Chief. Maybe let us kickstart the Homelander arc, of Cody Rhodes. It does not necessarily need to be against The Rock, the likes of The Rock and the Bloodline. I mean, maybe we can add a few characters in between, but it will culminate with The Rock and Roman Reigns redeeming themselves. Maybe a double turn, or after Cody Rhodes being healed and upon his defeat, he will cry and sob and say that he has come to terms, he has seen the light and repent. So these are exciting times, even just by virtue of a very random and awkward promo of The Rock handing something to Cody Rhodes has set the internet on wildfire.
Yeah. Everyone keeps saying that this is, the crowd chanted, right? This is awkward.
It's awkward, yeah.
But if you think about it, right, there's so much of malice and negativeness from The Rock, which shows that he's such a good bad guy, and this was such a well-written segment.
Correct.
It makes you feel very unsettled. Like, what is he going to do? Why is he?
There has to be a reason. Why is he requesting to feel and touch Cody Rhodes' title? A lot. Why?
Yeah, which is great. Oh yeah, there's another theory. Very quick one before we stop. So there was a video that was shown in the arena in Raw, where it's Cody's child playing with a toy and saying, "Finished the story," "Daddy finished the story," something along those lines.
Yes.
Which I felt was rather awkward. Like, why would you show that video? Maybe it was celebratory. I don't know. Some people are saying that is actually the toy that The Rock passed to Cody.
Oh, that would be crossing the line. Yeah,
which also falls in line with how Cody's reaction was after that. He was not like pale face or scared or anything. He was pissed. He was angry, which makes sense also.
Yes. And there is not even a follow-up interview backstage. Usually they will have Kayla Braxton or Katy Kelly to interview the person who was involved in the promo. Like previously, they will ask The Rock, what did you whisper to Cody Rhodes? or they will ask Cody Rhodes, what did The Rock whisper to you? But this time around, there was no follow up.
Yeah.
There was a follow up, in which any of the backstage correspondent catch up with Cody Rhodes and interview him. Hey, champ, what transpired? So I think it left room for speculation. But however, we are living exciting times. Cody Rhodes will be making an appearance in this week's SmackDown.
Yeah.
So perhaps he might address that thing.
Yeah. Once again, The Rock has made us all sit at the edge of our seats for wrestling, even after even after the best WrestleMania of all time with the storyline. Like what he did during that Raw episode. He just came without the mic. He leaned over and he says, "Tonight I'll make you bleed," and that set everyone like aloof. Everyone was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" They kept everyone gripped until the end of the night. That was a payoff at the end of the night. This one, I don't know after how many months only we're gonna get the payoff, but it's good times, man. Really good times to be a fan.
Last one, Anthony. But would you think that there might be a possibility they just WWE being WWE, they will just move on and forget about this storyline?
Not in this era. Absolutely not in this era. They're not going to have like one of the biggest stars in the world come and start a storyline like that and just leave it hanging. No way. I see a lot of Attitude Era written over this, just like how Rikishi, The Rock, and Stone Cold. I did it for The Rock. I did it for The Rock. I see that happening. Remember when The Rock was ran over? Stone Cold was ran over backstage. How long the storyline lasted? It was really good, and I feel like you get this feeling right now with this storyline also. So yeah, I think it's good times, really good times.
And also, last one, this is not the first encounter between Cody Rhodes and The Rock. If I can recall, it was during, I think I mixed up with the years, it's 2011, or it should be 2011 or 2014, when The Rock unveiled the new design for the WWE title. Cody Rhodes was under the gimmick of the Rhodes Scholar, the one with the mustache. He interrupted The Rock and he mentioned that, in the future, this title would not be significant with The Rock, but it will be significant to Cody Rhodes. So you see, this is we are coming full circle, long time storytelling.
Yeah. This was in 2013, I believe, because 2012 was Mania 28.
Yes.
Once in a lifetime. And then the twice in a lifetime happened the year after that. So The Rock was already WWE champion by then.
Yes.
Yeah, so this was 2013, I believe.
Perfect.
All right, so I think we covered everything. Did we?
Yes.
Yeah, so final thought after listening to everything. Which theory do you still stand by?
After listening to everything, I'm very compelled with the Ula Fala theory, Anthony. That would be an epic story making. And once again, we can have Cody Rhodes unleashing his inner Homelander. And that type of main event would top off the WrestleMania 40. Because from here in after, the storytelling and the main event has to be more intense than the previous one. It won't make the cut, if we have anyone going against Cody Rhodes for the sake of winning the title, defeating it because they are the Royal Rumble winner. There has to be deep storytelling with emotions in it. So the Ula Fala theory is the most compelling theory for me.
This is the best time for us to actually judge the entire product, because what they did until now was Hollywood level stuff, right? Because after this, it shows whether you have the metal to keep up to that, or was that just like beginner's luck, So yeah, interesting times for WWE and everyone involved. But I think they might pull it off, because this story is very, very compelling. Very, very compelling.
Indeed.
All right. With all that said and done, I still stand by my lighter storyline, but I have a feeling it's going to have a little bit of everything.
Yes.
I just have a feeling there's going to be a little bit of it. Even The Rock's Tamagotchi,
Yeah, perhaps Ula Fala tied to a Tamagotchi kitchen, so we can best of both worlds.
maybe. Or maybe it's his, I just thought of this.
Come, hit me.
Maybe it was Cody Rhodes' first tooth that fall out. The Tooth Fairy.
Oh no! Are we going to have a sequel?
It is the Tooth Fairy. This is long-term storytelling.
Good one. Full circle. redemption arc of one of the worst movie. Actually, I like it. It's not worst, I like it.
It was good lah.
It was
Game.
good.
I really liked Game Plan. Game Plan was really nice also.
It's a feel good movie.
Scorpion King was shit, but
Yeah.
Scorpion King lah.
Okay.
Anyway, all right. I think we can call it a day. It was another nice installment. I think I'll see you this weekend where we do the roundup for all the shows after Mania. Do you want to add anything else before we go?
No, I mean, with that being said, remember, do not break our heart and acknowledge us.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right. I've been Anthony. That's Alan, and we, the boys.
Acknowledge us.
Acknowledge us. Yep.